Now, it's been 3 decades since you retired from your illustrious career, and to this day you are still considered the world's greatest football player. How does that feel?
This is a big responsibility, you know. This was a gift from God. And I try to be in my best. I try to respect people. I try to prepare myself. I try to be always in good shape. You know, the most important, respect people.
I now want to talk about you growing up. You were born in Brazil into a poor family. Your father was a professional football player, and your mother did not want you to follow in his footsteps. She wanted you to be a doctor or a teacher. Lucky your mother didn't have too much say in your future.
Yeah, I don't know. I think she was a little bit wrong.
Just a little bit.
No, you know what happened? Of course, my father was a soccer player. He used to play very good. And then when I was young, you know, 8, 9 years old, 10 years old, I just want to be like my father. I don't want to be famous. I don't want to be great player. I just want to be like my father. Then my mother used to say, you must be a doctor, you have to start to be a teacher. I said, okay, I'm going to start, but let me try. Then I went to Santos when I was 14 years old. I tried, and they signed me. Then with the 15, I was in the team, with 16 in the national team, with 17 in the World Cup in Sweden. Then my mother accepted, and she said, okay.
You can follow your path. But getting back to your beginnings and your humble beginnings, I mean, you love the game so much that you would play with a sock filled with newspaper because you couldn't afford a football.
We used to play in the streets, of course, you know, and that was I think the gift who I got from God, because when I started to play with the kids, you know, around 9, 10 years old. My name is Edson, for the youngest. My name is Edson Arantes do Nascimento, family name. But I was so proud because my father, he gave me Edson because of Thomas Edison. I was so proud because Edson, you know, very important engineer, the lights. Then somebody in the street, when I was kick the ball there, somebody said, Pele. I don't know why, if I did some mistake, I fight with everyone.
Because you didn't like the nickname,
I didn't like it. I like Edson. You know, I was so mad because they called me Pele. I said, I don't know what, my name is Edson. Then I went to school. I got 2 days suspended because I fight with the boy in the school. Then whole school, the college, started to call me Pele. Then, you see, this was another gift of God because nobody knows why. And today I love it because everybody knows Pele. It's easy to understand, easy to spend.
So now you accept being called Pele?
No, now I love.
Fantastic. Pele, was there ever a time that you doubted yourself and your ability?
No, you know, I mentioned before, always in my life, I want to be like my father. But after I started to play, my father used to tell me, listen, God gave a gift to you to play football.
You mentioned that you were discovered when you were 15. That's when you went to play for Santos. 10 months later, you were chosen for the national team. At the age of 17, you were playing in your first World Cup in Sweden. After that World Cup win, clubs around the world, they all wanted you. But the president of Brazil at the time made you a national treasure, so you weren't allowed to leave the country. Did you resent that decision ever?
You know why I smile? Because, I'm sorry, I smile. I mean, you mentioned, because they call me national treasure, but I still now I pay income tax. I haven't to pay, but it was good compliment. But it was was a big responsibility because I am a human being. Everybody can make a mistake, you know, but the responsibility, you know, to be follow for the youngest, I have to be careful and to ask God to help me to don't make mistake.
This was all happening at a time when civil rights and racial integration was making, you know, major inroads around the world, and you contributed to that. You were part of that. Who do you think is the best football player at the moment?
Pele.
Playing the game.
No, because if you ask to me, I am a very good friend of Pele. My name is Edson. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Edson. Well, Pele, it's an absolute pleasure to have met you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Obrigado. I hope to see you soon.
When I get older, I will be stronger. They'll call me freedom, just like a waving flag.